Nigerians spent more than 50 billion naira on United States visa applications between 2023 and 2024, despite a sharp decline in approvals as Washington tightened immigration controls and increased scrutiny of applicants. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are our top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10, 2 U.S. crew members were safely rescued after a U.S. Army Apache helicopter went down off the coast of Oman, the U.S. military confirmed early Tuesday. The loss of the aircraft marks the first loss of an Apache since the conflict with Iran began. It comes after hostilities in the region escalated over the weekend, with Iran and Israel exchanging their first direct strikes in months late Sunday. The U.S. military said the helicopter went down while patrolling regional waters. At number 9, Wembanyama scored 32 points to spark the San Antonio Spurs over New York 115-111 in the NBA Finals on Monday, snapping the Knicks' 13-game win streak, with President Donald Trump booed as he watched. Frenchman Wembanyama added 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 steals at Madison Square Garden as the Spurs cut the Knicks' lead to 2-1 in best-of-7 championship series. A raucous crowd created an electric atmosphere for the first NBA Finals game at Madison Square Garden since 1999. At number 8, the federal government on Monday raised fresh concerns over the growing burden of foodborne diseases in Nigeria, revealing that unsafe food causes more than 53,000 deaths and nearly 50 million illnesses annually across the country. Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isiaq Salako, disclosed this in Abuja during a ministerial press briefing to commemorate the 2026 World Food Safety Day, themed From Burden to Solution. Safe food everywhere. Salako described food safety as a critical national development and health security issues, warning that the true cost of unsafe food extended beyond sickness and death to the loss of human capital, particularly among children. At number 7, Nigeria's spending on the importation of premium motor spirit, popularly known as Petrol, plunged by over 96% in the first quarter of 2026, marking a dramatic shift in the country's fuel supply landscape and signaling the growing impact of local refining capacity. Latest foreign trade statistics released by the National Bureau of Statistics on Monday show that only 87.401 billion naira was spent on the importation of motor spirit ordinary, the official trade classification for petrol, between January and March 2026. The figure represents a sharp decline of 2.184 trillion naira, or 96.15% compared to the 2.271 trillion naira spent on petrol imports during the corresponding period of 2025. At number 6, TikTok says it removed more than 4 million videos and interrupted over 86,000 live sessions in Nigeria in the fourth quarter of 2025 as part of efforts to strengthen safety and integrity on the platform. The social media platform disclosed this in its Q4 2025 Community Guidelines Enforcement Report released on Tuesday. The platform said the figures reflected its growing investment in automated detection technologies and rapid response systems aimed at curbing harmful content. Globally, TikTok removed more than 175.3 million videos during the quarter under review, representing about 0.5% of all content uploaded on the platform. At number 5, the Adamawa State Police Command has arrested 2 armed robbery suspects in the Yola to North local government area of the state. In a statement issued on Tuesday by the command spokesman, SP Sulaiman Unguraje, operatives attached to Dobali Divisional Police Headquarters arrested the 2 suspects in connection with separate criminal cases. According to the statement, preliminary investigation revealed that the suspects conspired with 3 other accomplices who are currently at large and broke into a shop located at Nasarawa Borehole belonging to Abdullahi Sanusi. At number 4, the National Publicity Secretary of the Arawa Consultative Forum, Professor Turka Mohammed Baba, says President Bola Tinubu has lost significant political standing in the north since 2023, warning that neither former Vice President Atiku Abubakar nor Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi currently offers the region a credible alternative ahead of the 2027 presidential election. Mohammed Baba made the remarks on Monday during an interview on Prime Time on Arise Television, where he also described the Nigeria's political class as lacking ideas and driven largely by personal ambition. He said the political elite across parties had failed to address insecurity and economic challenges facing the country. At number 3, Governor Nasir Idris of Kebbi State has approved the extension of the mandatory retirement age for medical and veterinary doctors in the state civil service. Under the new policy, policy and retirement age for the affected professionals has been increased from 60 to 65 years, while the years of service have been extended from 35 to 40 years. Whichever comes first, the decision was reached during the Kebbi State Executive Council meeting held on Monday at the Government House, Benin, Kebbi. At number 2, the Ogun State Police Command has confirmed the death of 5 persons, including a soldier, during an attack in Magbon Etido, Mowe, Obafemi Owode local government area of the state. The command spokesman, Oluseyi Babaseyi, disclosed this in a statement issued in Abeokuta, the state capital, adding that it was an isolated criminal attack and not a bandit operation, as being speculated in some quarters. At number 1, Nigerians spent more than 50 billion naira on United States visa applications between 2023 and 2024, despite a sharp decline in approvals as Washington tightened immigration controls and increased scrutiny of applicants. An analysis of the Intel Point reports using data from the U.S. Department of State showing that 201,200 non-immigrants visas were issued to Nigerians between 2023 and 2024. At a standard application fee of $185 per applicant, Nigerians spent approximately $37.2 million, equivalent to 50.7 billion naira at an average exchange rate of 1,360 naira to the dollar. Visa issuances declined by about 23%, falling to 87,300 in 2024 from 113,900 in 2023, a reduction of 26,000 visas. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.